There are going to be some people getting high after watching this film tonight. Seriously, this film is all kinds of different dimensions trippy. When you're strange, faces come out.
The Avengers protect the world from physical dangers. We safeguard it against more mystical threats.
Doctor Strange. So this continues to expand the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The 14th Marvel movie to date. I bet you can't name them all. And you just did, didn't you? Fair play. This goes down what I will call the alternative Marvel path. That is the third in the series started by Guardians of the Galaxy, Ant-Man, and now this, Doctor Strange. It's a way to break up the somewhat formulaic approach of the traditional Marvel movies. Avengers, Thor, Captain America. Origin story, new character, introduction of a normally terrible baddie, blow up the entire city, and most probably its population to save the day. You know the drill. So what is this movie all about? Benedict Cumberbatch plays an arrogant but brilliant neurosurgeon who has a car accident while texting, injuring both his hands. He seeks alternative ways to cure himself via mysticism and the alternate dimension teachings of Tilda Swinton's The Ancient One.
Through the mystic arts, we harness energy and shape reality.
Now, there was accusations of whitewashing for the casting of Tilda Swinton as the Ancient One, replacing the comic book version who is of Asian origin. The thing is, I would totally get that if it wasn't for the fact that Tilda Swinton is weird as shit.
Come with me.
And after the makeover she's been given, well, just look at her. Is that not perfect casting? You haven't seen the film yet, so I'll tell you. Her playing a magic-wielding, time and mind-bending wizard just works. What did you want? There can only be one Mr. Miyagi. How awesome was Mr. Miyagi growing up? Whereas Ant-Man, Guardians and Iron Man are all pretty funny, the jokes are the one thing that really don't land in this film. I think there was one joke that genuinely got a laugh in the cinema. And trust me, there were a lot of jokes.
What's this, my mantra? The Wi-Fi password. We're not savages.
So what was Cumberbatch like in the lead role? Not to sound stupid, but this is the Doctor Strange film, in that it is all about him. I know this was originally intended for Joaquin Phoenix, but now you just can't imagine anyone else in this role. He was that good in it.
Forget everything you think you know. Discover a world of possibility with one blade from Philips Norelco. The blade for beards. And be your best you. One blade.
But as good as he is, it meant all of his co-stars really play a back seat in this movie. Rachel McAdams has such little screen time, her part could have literally been played by anyone. Right, his famous cape. I know he nails the comic book look, but two things I just couldn't help thinking. One, he looks like Ming the Merciless from Flash Gordon. And two, there's a fight scene where the cape wraps around a baddie's head and fights this guy all by himself. And I just couldn't help but think it reminded me of Magic Carpet from Aladdin. I don't know why, it just did, okay? Overall, the superhero genre was dangerously close to getting audience burnout. And this movie will be a welcome break from the traditional formula for most. We haven't seen visuals like this in a long, long time. Not since, well, the most obvious comparison, Inception. So some of you are going to hate to hear this, but IMAX 3D will blow your mind for a reason, not just for the sake of it. So wear your glasses, have your hair blown back, and then throw up in the glasses return bin on your way out. This is a good addition to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but not the best despite the 100% Rotten Tomato scores. It is one of the weirdest superhero films we've seen, but then again, we're ready for that, as it can't get any weirder than a talking, genetically modified raccoon and a tree-like humanoid.
We are Groot.
This has perfectly set up Doctor Strange's inclusion in the Avengers, and there are numerous references to them throughout the film. But seriously, how many people are going to be in this Avengers film? All of the Guardians of the Galaxy? Spider-Man? Doctor Strange? When does it stop? I'm going to give this a solid 77%. If you're a big fan of the comic books, you're going to think it's even better. As always, if you like what you saw, subscribe to see more.